So welcome back everyone. Erik Malkavian as the newest Great Warden in Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition here outside Ostagar. Let's go ahead and level up. Okay, so as I said, I want to work on leveling up. Heroic accomplishments: 19 kills, most powerful foe slain, a Howl soldier, hit rate 83%, greatest damage dealt, friendly fire dealt 0. Alright. No money spent, so let's continue. Now, I know willpower is useful. So I do want to... Cunning is not as necessary for me. Dexterity is good for dodging and so forth, increases my defense. But willpower... grants more stamina. So I did want to make that a point of emphasis. Because this will increase how quickly I get back my abilities. Okay, so I need +2 attributes, either in willpower and cunning. Demonic spirits teach more than blood magic. Reavers terrorize their enemies, feast upon the souls of their slain opponents. Wow. The first berserkers were dwarves. They would sacrifice finesse for dark raids, increase their strength and resilience. Eventually, dwarves taught these skills to others. Now, berserkers can be found amongst all races. They are renowned as terrifying adversaries. Keep my eyes open for this reaver. I'm gonna avenge myself on how. Okay, so coercion. I still have this. Probably we'll need that. Alright, so I currently have precise striking. I died, dude. Now I do. Okay, so before we get started, you will notice some changes as opposed to the vanilla gameplay. I have a number of different mods installed, so please take a look at the description for more information. What do we have here? Statue.
Make her watch over you, my lord.
Make her watch over you as well. Don't know who that is. No, I don't want to go over the edge there. seem to recall Duncan looking out over an area that was woodlands.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Yes. Can I do
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Tell me about Ostagar.
Used to be a fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Circle of Magi is here.
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Okay, they're to the north, so that's directly in front of me. Do I hear dogs barking? The bars?
This is Ferelden, isn't it?
Of course.
The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
It is terrible. Now, so where is the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Logain are on the southwest side of the camp.
Southwest
The king
side.
likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguards. Drives Tairn Logain wild, that does.
Who's this Tairn Logain? Okay. Is there anywhere I can get some supplies?
Quartermaster. He's just a bit to the northwest.
Northwest. Got it. Got it.
Go on, then.
I'm looking for a Grey Warden by the name of Alistair Soldier.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
And Duncan south.
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
Very good. I'll be on my way.
Good luck to you, then.
However, Castle However, its divine names. Okay, read that. Ostagar, representing the furthest point of encroachment by the ancient Tevinter Imperium into the barbarian lands of the southeast. The fortress of Ostagar was once one of the most important defensive holdings south of the Waking Sea. It stood at the edge of the Kalkari wilds, watching for any invasions by the barbarians, known today as the Chastened Wilders. Straddling a narrow pass in the hills, the fortress needed to be bypassed to reach the fertile lowlands to the north. It would be exceedingly difficult for the Wilders to attack because of the naturally defensible positions. Like most imperial holdings in the south, Ostagar was abandoned after the Tevinter's collapse during the Great Blight. It was successfully sacked by the Chastened Wilders. And then as the Chastened threat dwindled, following the great creation of the modern Ferelden nation fell into ruin completely. It has remained unmanned for 4 centuries. Though most of the walls still stand, as does the tall tower of Ishai, named after the great Archon that ordered its construction. Ostagar remains a testament to the magical power of the Imperium that created it. From Ferelden, Folklore and History, by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Golkari Wild, said in the midst of the Black Age, when werewolves stalked the lands of Ferelden, in numbers that kept every farmholder indoors and a hound on every doorstep, a powerful Arl, the Almari people stood and declared that he would put an end to the threat. His Arlen stood on the border of the dark forest of the southern border of Ferelden Valley, and he claimed that the werewolves used the forest launched midnight assaults on humanity. For 20 years, this Arl led an army of warriors and hounds deep into the forest. In his hunt for the werewolves, he slew not only every wolf he came upon, but also every member that chased the wilder folk. Tales said that the old chasing woman found her sons all dead on Arl's blades. She pulled one of those blades from her own son's heart and plunged it into her own chest, cursing Arl's name as she did so. Where her blood touched the ground, mist began to rise. It spread and spread until it was everywhere in the forest. The Arl's armies became lost, and it is said that they died there. Others say they wander still. The ruins of his Arlen stand to this day, filled with the ghosts of women wailing eternally for their husbands to return. Forest of legend, of course, the Kakari Wilds. There are as many legends about the great southern forest as there are shadows, or so the saying goes. The chastened, wilder folk made it their home since mankind first came to these lands, and the wildlands spread as far into the south as anyone has ventured. Beyond the myths are vast tracts of snow-white-capped mountains and our entire fields of ice. It is a land too cold for mankind to survive, yet the taste and economic existence even there. They tell of horrors beyond the wilds that the lowland folk could not begin to comprehend. Okay, to most, Ferelden simply ends with the Kakari Wild. There's nothing beyond. The wilds is the land of great trees, wet marshes, and dangerous monsters. What more need be said? From the Land of the Wilders, by Mother Elise, Chantry Scholar, Chapter 9, Verse 18, Dragon. Darkspawn, we all know the story of the Darkspawn. They brought it into the world supposedly by the Hebrews and men. These are eaten. Last blight was in the age of towers, striking once again the heart of Tevinter, spreading south into Aureus and into the free marches. Plague spread as far as Ferelden, but the withering and twisting of the land stopped well beyond our borders. Here, Darkspawn had never been more than the stuff of legends. In the northern lands, however, particularly Tevinter and the Anderfells, they say Darkspawn haunt the inner lands, preying on outlying farmers and isolated villages, a constant threat. From Ferelden, folklore, and history as Patrine, Chantry Scholar. Alright, well, quite interesting. Arts demon, false demon gods, lie buried within the earth, where they've been imprisoned since the Maker cast them down. Well, no one knows what it is that drives the Darkspawn in a relentless search for the sleeping old gods. Whatever the reason, the Darkspawn found one of the eight dragons is immediately affected by the taint. It awakens, twisted, and corrupted, and leads the Darkspawn in full-scale invasion of the land. The Blight, Barbari Warhounds, and Rats. I don't know about those. Okay. Let's see here. Master, that's my dog. King Caleb, Darren. He's the son of legendary King Merrick. Caleb was the first Roland king born to the land, free from foreign rule in 2 generations. Since his father's death, he's held the throne alongside Queen Honora. Arlington of Amaranthine is born during the occupation. Like many nobles, he joined Prince Merrick's rebels, fought alongside Bryce Coslin, set of separated by valor. That's a How guy. Logain takes more than legend to win a battle. Logain was born a farmer during the time when his country was under foreign occupation. He's still a boy, he joined the resistance where his considerable tactical genius quickly became apparent. Became close friends with Prince Merrick. He betrayed Prince Merrick's love. Kadu, I can't think of her name, who was a spy for Ole. And then he forced Prince Merrick to marry Rowan, the daughter of I forgot the Arling of Redcliffe. Merrick raised his friend the nobility. Loghain is now more of a symbol than a man. He represents a heralded idea of hard work and independence. Yeah. Okay, so. Alright, so. This is where Alistair is supposed to be. That is. Alistair is supposed to be here.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
Okay. Who you guys?
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
Fine. Alright, Alistair is supposed to be somewhere.
We stand here in this hour for elders, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, let us bow our heads and remember those who have fallen and those who have yet to fall.
Maker's breath. Preserve you. Who's this young lady?
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Okay. I'm Eliar.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Okay. Will you be fighting alongside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
Okay. You know much about the Darkspawn.
Some. Do you? Do you know about the connection between them and the Fade, for example?
What does the Fade have to do with anything?
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
So what's the Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the Chanty says many things.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
I don't know. Let's kill every Darkspawn I see.
A wise attitude. It's worked well for me in the past. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Not yet. I like talking to you. Very interesting. I didn't want to get her in trouble with the Chantry, so I decided to play it cool. Okay, I will not lie motionless in a bed, coverlets up my chin, waiting for death to claim me. So Wynn's talent has became apparent early on, particularly her skill at healing magic, okay? She was well liked by all her mentors and was recognized as an exceptionally gifted student. Even the Templars who watched her could not deny she represented the best Circle had to offer. She was an intelligent young woman who possessed a quiet confidence and maturity beyond her years. She spent many years mentoring apprentices within the circle, and her parents thought so highly of her. She was asked to be first enchantress, Irving's successor, but she refused, saying that she had no desire to work in upper echelons. When word reached the tower, King Callan's called arms. Wynn volunteered to go to Ostagar. The Fade. Hold on a second. The Fade. This kind of doesn't make a lot of sense, though. The Fade. Okay, study the Fade is old as humanity. For so long, men have dreamed. We have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart, always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits, but they were forced to abandon the project. Why did they abandon it? The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. Spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize worst thoughts, fears of mortals, build their realms with no other ambition and taste life. Find tranquility in the role of the Fade of human culture by first enchanter Josephus. Interesting. Very interesting. So, the mages are preparing something.
Maker above, hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed your prophet Andraste now beg your forgiveness. Do not abandon us in our darkest hour. Watch over the valiant King Kalan and guide him as he faces this terrible evil. Watch over Terran Logain and give him the wisdom to bring us victory against the Scourge of Shadow.
Watch over Ferelden, the homeland of holy Andraste.
Darkspawn, let us bow our heads and offer prayers to the Maker, that he might find us worthy.
Okay. Maker preserve. Okay, so I can't go there. Who's that?
Welcome, young man.
Who are you?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi.
Huh?
But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
You're speaking rather strangely. What is that?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Chantry claims magic is sinful.
Not sinful in and of itself. They claim it leads to sin. And there is a basis for that argument. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
Sounds like a horrid practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role.
Right. So how is someone made tranquil?
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware.
Right. Let's talk about something else.
Of course. What may I assist you with?
Right, so you said something about enchantments.
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
So, what kind of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
Right.
Goodbye.
So you can't sell me anything. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Do I have any money? What skills do I have? So I have... Okay, so these are passive skills. So I have one, whatever this is, and 72 copper. Some health foods. Let's go ahead and, what are we wearing on our head? So we have the helm from the deep, studded leather gloves. Okay, +1 to all my attributes. War mage. This might be good to throw on. That's one health regeneration. Okay. Wicked oath. Street. No helmet rulebook. Okay. This is pretty useful. Right. Okay, well, that's the quartermaster.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
Let me try my luck. Where the hell did she go? Wow. That girl moves fast. Huh? Yeah, she moves.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
I just saw someone back there. Can't say I have, no.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back or by the maker up. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
Yes, I did. So you need some help tracking this girl down? I might be able to do it for a price.
Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself.
Okay. So what kind of supplies do you have? Just basic armament?
Arms and armor, for the most part.
Right.
It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some, goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Understood. Okay. Let's see your other goods.
So long as you keep it quiet.
Oh, wow. What do you have? Oh, you have some very nice goods. Now, let's see if we can sell this gentleman a few items. I might... What is that? That's a dagger. I don't have nearly the, I could sell that. Yeah, I'm not using that mace. I have 2 bows. Requires 14 dexterity. So I don't want to sell that. 6 damage. This does less damage. That's easy. What's this? Oh, so I have 2 bows. Well, I don't want to sell this. This appears to be quite powerful. Let's see if I have any extra armor. I will be right back. This is a bit boring. Okay, so maybe so what I ended up doing is getting some more potions. I sold off a few things. I'd like to see if I can track down that redhead girl. There might be a reward in it for me. Find her. Oh, I think that's her.
May I fetch something for you?
No, actually, I'm looking for someone that looks like you, but yeah, I don't want to steal. I don't want to talk to him yet. Because I know as soon as I go up and talk to him, he's going to grab me.
Soldiers of Ferelden, my sisters and gentlefolk, we stand
Oh,
here
it's
on the
Kennel
eve
Master.
of battle.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
To open a portal into the heavenly golden city itself. They tainted it with their sin and it passed back into our world.
Is that Master?
You there, elf. What's your name? It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the 10, I hope.
What? Talk to everyone like
If
that?
I feel like it. If you're not from the 10, what do you want? We're busy.
I'm a nobleman, first and foremost. So you don't look like a soldier in the army.
We aren't. We're ash warriors.
Which means what? You're obviously not made of ash.
Do you take everything so literally? Our training has been passed down since Matthias the dwarf son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
So can I hear this old tale?
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Matthias was a claimed tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Matthias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Matthias then taught this to the Clane, who made him their chieftain.
So you're a descendant from the Clane.
They were simply the first to be taught. Others were inspired by his death to follow his path.
Alright. And how'd he die?
Matthias's prowess earned him the love of Morrigan, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Matthias was grieved. He sent Morrigan away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Matthias slew Morrigan in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day and gave Matthias an honored burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings even today.
Okay, fine. So what happened to his wife?
It is said that before the final battle, she returned to Matthias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion. Then she was gone forever. If she lived on in Orzammar, only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
Right. So he betrayed his wife and killed his lover.
He was a great man with great passions. Perhaps you'll hear a more inspiring version in a tavern someday.
Fine. Alright, so what are you... Why have you painted your dog?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies.
Okay.
But the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
Alright. Alright, so what are you preparing for? So what if the enemies painted with caddis as well?
Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Did you hear what I just said? I hope you're joking.
If you tried, we would kill you. And that is no joke.
So what are you preparing
To scout
for?
the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Right, okay. I should be going.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Yeah. Whatever. You need to speak to your betters in a more proper tone, sir. Sir. You're speaking to your betters. She doesn't look like an elf.
Well met, my lord.
Well met, milady. She doesn't look like like an elf. I don't want to get spotted by Duncan and...
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
So let it be. Okay. Oh, she doesn't look like a elf.
You may not want to remain here long, Warden. Most of these men have been tainted by the Darkspawn blood.
Oh, right. Okay.
Sorry, the main army camp is off limits for you right now.
Oh. Over there. Ah, it's Duncan. Stupid instructions. Haven't seen any red-haired elf woman. This takes me back across the bridge. The mages. What about over here? Looks like a king's man.
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a Darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
So they must use the dogs to run into them.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these Darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to get drunk, if you ask me.
Like how you think.
Good night for it, Warden.
Yes. Good night for killing. Don't see anything here.
The last scouting party made it back last night. Barely.
What do you mean?
Only 2 of them made it. And one was minus a leg. Said they encountered some Darkspawn that was 10 feet tall, with horns as long as your arm. The injured one died last night. They said his blood was already turning black.
Maker's breath. Where are they all coming from?
Don't mind me. What do we have here?
My faith sustains me. I shall not fear 10,000 men should they set themselves against me.
he's a priest. I don't know how... Oh! Started letter boots. I'll take those. No one's using them. And some leather armor. I'm sure she's not wearing.
The wall before me is darkness, yet shall the Maker's light be my guide.
So she's...
The wall before me is darkness, yet shall the Maker's light be my guide.
Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
No. What do you mean?
I deliver messages around the camp. You have a message for me?
No. Just want to talk.
You want to talk to me? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Of course not. No. Not that I know.
That's a relief. I'm one of the king's servants, which means I run messages around and make deliveries all day long. If you fall behind, you get the switch from the quartermaster. Oh, I wish I were back at the palace. There are far more places to hide. I better go. If the quartermaster sees me chatting, he'll think I'm being lazy, and that'll be my hide. But it was nice talking to someone.
Right. I'm looking, actually, for one of your companions. Don't mind me. Everybody's spending the last few moments. Yeah, you wouldn't happen to know a young lady